How do you make a pop-up show only once per day per user on your Bubble application? Sure, I know there are a ton of tools out there that can do this, but if you're building a Bubble application, there's absolutely no need for third-party tools. This may end up being my shortest video ever. It's so simple. So let's get started. So here we are on the Ratio website, and we have this set up for a pop-up that will sign up people to our resource center, where we have a whole bunch of really cool Bubble resources. By the way, if you're interested, go to ratio.dev and sign up, and you'll get it for free and you'll really enjoy it. With that shameless plug out of the way, I'm going to go into the Bubble Builder now and walk you through how we set this all up. So first of all, I recommend including this functionality in the header of your site. That way it'll work on any page, and you don't have to be remembering to put the reusable element on specific pages or anything like that. So that's just a good practice. We're going to need two fields in your user table in order to make this whole thing work. I'm going to go into the database, and you're going to see I have a field, which is a yes/no called Resource Center. And I have another field that I have created, which is ratio pop-up last seen, which is a date. Once you've got those in your database, let's set up a workflow that shows the pop-up after, say, 15 seconds. So we're going to go into the Workflows tab. And what I've done is I have created a workflow that executes when the page is loaded and the page has loaded entirely, because I don't want it to slow down my page load speeds. And the current user's resource center is no. So that means that they haven't signed up for the resource center. And so it's a good idea to keep showing them this pop-up. And now what I'm going to do is I have one action in this workflow, which is to schedule a custom event. So why do I do it this way? Because I want to be able to control the delay, but I definitely don't want to be putting in pauses and funny stuff into my page to make it wait. So all I do is I schedule the custom event, which is show pop-up. And show pop-up is really simple. It just shows the pop-up, and it makes a change to the current user saying, this is the last time that I've shown the pop-up. So now my date field tells my application when was the last time that this pop-up was shown. So once we're there, all we have to do is schedule this custom event for 15 seconds after page is loaded entirely, but with a conditional. When current user's pop-up last seen is empty, so they've never seen the pop-up at all, or if I add 1 day to when it was last seen, and that is less than the current date time, then I'll show it again. So that's how I control one time per day. Now you could set this to every 3 hours if you want. You would just add, instead of adding a day, you would add 3 hours, and then you would compare. So that's completely configurable for you, however you feel like you want to make the experience on your application. Finally, the only other thing is to remember that you want to be able to control and not show the pop-up if they've already signed up, because that's just being nice to your users. Then in your process for the pop-up, when they've completed the sign up, you want to be sure and change that yes/no to a yes. That way, the conditional up there will not show the pop-up if they've already signed up. So, promise this was going to be quick and easy. Hopefully you've gotten a little bit of value out of this video. If so, thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next one.